Oh right, yeah. It's the world is definitely better after this. Yeah, dirty scumbag piece of shit Ian Watkins, lost profit singer, has finally been killed in prison. The only reason they don't get killed over here is because over here they literally have we have Monster Mansion. I think it's I'm not sure where it is actually. I do know where it is, I can't think. But yeah, Monster Mansion. Well, it's just filled with nonsense, so they don't end up getting killed because they're all with each other. But he's been killed. You can't help but think as well, because obviously he was in a band. He's way beyond. I mean, paedophile is the lowest thing you can be, but what he was even worse than that. Like he was doing babies and like it just, and also you can't help but think there's a satanic thing going on with him. And that never gets mentioned in his thing, as it never does. But you can't help but think maybe because of you got the Epstein files, you got all these things. He may have some names of people that he shouldn't have, if you know what I mean. Maybe he got killed because I don't think there's any footage of it. It's not like the last guy that got the last pedo in our country that got Sydney Cook. Um, that was just right out in the open. This is one of them. Yeah, he just got killed. But yeah, let's see what they're saying. Let's go.
Singer Ian Watkins, who was jailed for child sex offences, has been killed in an attack in prison. The former Lost Profits singer, who was convicted in 2013, was attacked in Wakefield prison this morning. Our correspondent Alice Porter
That is it.
joins us now. What are the
Monster
police
Mansion.
saying, Alice?
Well, we understand this happened earlier this morning by a member of somebody at the prison who attacked Ian Watkins. Now, violence in prisons is, of course, very commonplace, but an attack like this that it resulted in a murder, in a death, is actually incredibly rare. But we understand this is not the first time he's been attacked. He was stabbed back in 2023.
It's incredibly rare. What's crazy as well is that this is a news station that I've heard them be meaner towards Donald Trump and Israel than they are with what this like they called him like it took how far did they disassociate from saying his name to where they actually revealed he was a pedophile. Do you know what I mean? Most times it's disgusting, far right. Do you know what I mean? They can't wait to get their things in. They took him all the way till there. He's not only a paedophile, he is like, yeah, like I say, he was doing weird ritual way beyond just what you think of. Like, and they're like kind of having him with and saying it's rare. It's not rare for people to get killed in prison. Not at all. It's rare for paedophiles to get killed in UK prisons because they're protected. They have their own wings, and in best case scenario, they have that prison. They all go in that prison. They all have their own prison so that they don't get attacked. So the thing is, look how they're talking about him.
And clearly that has changed this time, where we understand, according to sources, that a knife was used in this attack this morning. Now, we have got a statement from West Yorkshire Police who say at 9:39 a.m. this morning, police were called by staff at H&P Wakefield reporting an assault on a prisoner. Emergency services attended and the man was pronounced dead at the scene a short time later. Detectives from the Homicide and Major Inquiry team are investigating, and inquiries remain ongoing at the scene. Now, we understand that the prison went into a lockdown immediately after this attack. Now, it was 2013 that Ian Watkins, the former Lost Profits singer, was sentenced for a string of child sex offences, 13 offences, including the attempted rape of a baby. So he certainly would have been a high-profile prisoner, partly because of his fame. He was the lead singer in the Welsh band Lost Profits, which sold millions of albums around the world.
Do you know, sometimes, though, I've heard stories of that because they're Grendon. Grendon is full of nonces, and they put, like, not nonces in there and make them listen to nonces stories, pedo stories. And it's just, like I don't even know why they do it, but people do it because it gets them out of prison. People that have like horrendous life sentences will go there, sit through that shit just to get out earlier. But also you hear of people like, say, like in a regular prison where they have the protected. It's for snitches too. It's for grasses too, but also for pedos. They both will go in there and be protected. But it's like you'll get people that go, I need to go on protection. I need to go on just because they want to go and kill a pedo or try to kill a pedo. Yeah, and as the same for going into places like Renton as well, you hear it. People that go, yeah, yeah, I'll go. The whole idea is that you're meant to be able to sit across as someone who's in for a violent crime like a murder or something, sit across someone that you're disgusted by, have them talk about things that absolutely disgust you to your core and not react to it to show that you're a civilized human being. That's how, yeah. But yeah, I'd like to know what the kind of, because like I say, it's an when nonces get attacked, it's either that someone has purposely put himself in protection or something and gone in there because they are all with each other. That like that's why he hasn't been touched for 12 years.
But he also would have been vulnerable to being targeted because of the horrific crimes that he committed. And paedophiles are very vulnerable to being attacked in prison. But this attack happened just 2 weeks after a report from His Majesty's Chief Inspector for.
He lasted 12 years longer than he should have. And there's like gang members that will go to prison, end up being all with a rival gang and die within days. He lasted 12 years. 12 years, way too long.
Their representatives came and visited HMP Wakefield in the summer, and they have concluded that there's been a significant rise in violence at the prison. They said a 62% rise in violent incidents and a 72% increase in serious assaults since their last inspection in 2022, with some inmates unable to leave their cells. So you get a sense there that there has been a significant increase in violent crime, violent assaults at HMP Wakefield. And unsurprisingly, Ian Watkins, who was sentenced back in 2013 for a string of sexual offences against children, would have been very much a target for any other inmates in the prison.
So it's best that we don't put them in prison anymore. That look how gently they spoke about this animal, this absolute heap of human garbage. Like I say, they will be more harsher on someone like Trump, like how they talk about him, than they are on this animal, like this absolute animal that should have been publicly, it should have been hung. Like really, bring back hanging. It's like even Jesus says anyone who hurts a child should have a milestone put round their neck and dropped in the middle of the ocean. Even Jesus weren't playing that shit. He's the most forgiving kind of man of all time. He ain't having that. Like, even that's too far for Jesus. He said that's the only thing you can do. If you've ever hurt a child, you could just put a milestone around your neck and go and jump in the middle of the ocean. But yeah, madness. Like how they spoke about him, that annoyed me. Like it's the same as you see police officers talk about it. A police officer who arrested nonces, he's like, often when you arrest a nonce, they're normally people that have never been in trouble in their life. So you arrest them and they are scared and then they go home and they kill themselves. And he's like, and to be honest, I just think, well, good. Do you know what I mean? He ain't going to go on taxpayers' money, wasting taxpayers' money in prison, having 3 meals a day and a safe bed at night. Like, good. He's like, but then you'll get in trouble for it as a police. What did you say to him? Well, how did you treat him? It's like, who gives a fuck? He's a dirty paedophile. But that's how our country is. Like, we are a demonic country. We are end times Bible country. They will call good bad and bad good. That is literally what we are living in. Like, yeah, how they spoke about him, even saying things like it took them all that time before they actually spat out that yeah, he was doing it with babies. It's just a string of child sex attacks. It's like it's so yeah. But this is the type of people that will come in here and go, Trump is convicted of rape, like, but Trump disgusting rape charges, like Andrew Tate disgusting rapist, dirty rapist, pimp, kill him. Ian Watkins, oh, it's bad, isn't it? He shouldn't be getting attacked, and probably because he's famous that he will be victimized too. Oh, you know, come back, Jesus. Jesus, where you at? We need Jesus. But yeah, yeah. Still, I'd like to actually hear all the details. I'm sure that there'll be a YouTube channel that does it. So yeah, if I get one with a bit more detail, we'll react to it. But yeah, sweet.